Alright, hello, welcome to the Ritual Path / Fortu skip tutorial. This skip will allow you to skip pretty much the entire level for the most part. You'll run a little bit into it obviously, and I'll be showing that now, just the run up to the area you need to be in. It is a very nice skip that allows you to skip pretty much the entire level, which is fantastic because for speedrunners and I imagine casual players alike, it is one rough one. Probably one of my least favorite ones too, for that matter. Yeah, so as always, you will go here, press that first button, and then press the second one down there. I already clear the path here, so you can just show directly where to go. Here you have the skeletons, but like you can actually kind of bait them to like fall off if you stand to the left of that flagpole right there. These are skeletons too, you have to get past as well. And right about here is where you'll actually do the skip. So past this doorway is where all the magic happens. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is a version of the skip that doesn't require anything else. You can just do it without any item or anything. You can just kind of skip into that. All you have to do is roll into this pillar over here. You'll land on it safely, you won't die or anything. The Reaper is going to be right there. That's the Reaper that has controlling the little shadow thingies before this part. You can actually just kind of knock him off here. Pretty easy to deal with him afterwards. So yeah, that actually cleared like all the enemies around here. So we're gonna backtrack a little bit just to show what you did skip. Now I'm gonna show you a slightly different version of that same skip, but this one requires a cat ring. I'll be showing every skip that requires a cat ring by having the little icon in the corner, the little cat. From here, I think there's basically like an infinite amount of ways you can like drop down. All you gotta do is drop down next level. And the way cat ring skip works is that you have to quit out as soon as you hear your character scream. You have a little bit of leeway, so it's not too tight or anything. You messed it up here, maybe because of those like little pot debris, I'm not sure. But if you do it right and you land in the proper place, you should just be down there alive. So this is basically across from where you dropped off last time. Okay, now we're gonna go back up one more time, and then I'm gonna show you like another place that's also kind of a common place to drop down. Still with a cat ring. Pretty much instantly to the right. That's where I usually drop off. The setup for the next skip is pretty much right there. Here I'm gonna quickly show you that skip again, but not so much to change anything, but just to show you that if you load in at that place I told you about last, you actually are immune to damage for a couple seconds there. So that Reaper would not hurt you. Okay, now for the big one. This one will skip the rest of the level. As you can see right there, that's the old hero statue. So that means that the floor below you right now is actually the boss room. Now just heads up, this next part of the skip can actually soft lock your character, meaning that you will not be able to do anything past that point. No matter if you reload or force quit the game by closing the game entirely from the PS5 menu, you cannot recover from this. The only way to salvage it is by warping away with a PS Plus warp. I will show that a little bit later. Alright, so what you want to do is line up with this little like rock. Before there's like another step to the rock. Right there where my foot is. You want to line up your character with that, and then roll forward. If you bounce from the wall, it's actually not bad. And once you load in with the cat ring quit out skip, you should be in the pillar. As you can see, now we're inside the boss room. There's the old hero. And now you can just jump down. So you're perfectly safe here. And then all you gotta do to trigger the boss if you actually want to fight it, because I mean you're kind of stuck otherwise. All you do is run to the back of the room, or the beginning of the room rather. So yeah, the cutscene will trigger, and the boss is ready. Now just to show real quick, if you quit out here, you will spawn back at this little pillar. So that's like your new safe point. You won't like be behind the fog, for example, how you were in the other games usually. So I would recommend that if you're gonna come here to fight the boss and everything, like you should be ready, have everything you need, be prepared, because otherwise you got an exit bind. So you can fail to do this skip in a couple ways. The first obvious one is to just not like fall in the right place. For some reason, landing in some parts of the pillar don't let you being down there, so you'll spawn back up here. You can also land a little bit to the left and still make it. I think the left might be a little bit safer, but it might require a few retries like I was showing a bit ago. Yeah, so this works as well. And I was intentionally trying to get myself to soft lock when I was recording this footage, but I could not, so I just had to pull up one of my PB attempts. So this is how I personally got soft locked the first and last time, I think even. I think I just landed a little bit to the center of the pillar. Like being away from the corners for whatever reason, I guess you're kind of facing one of the walls will actually soft lock. This house look like the soft lock. And this character I don't have anywhere to PS Plus Warp 2 after, so I'm just stuck with nowhere to go. So yeah, so if you are gonna to be able to use the PS Plus Warp to warp away, you have to have another area open and to be able to warp there from the activity card. So yeah, it's really unfortunate. If you don't want to lose your character, I would either stay away from doing this skip or have this alternative, which requires you to pay actual money, so unfortunately. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is not a super long video, but there's not a lot to this skip. I will say that lineup for the old hero room, the pillar, that one I feel like a lot of people usually run at. I wouldn't recommend running personally. Like, you don't have a lot of control over your movement when you run, so I would recommend doing that. You have a lot more control if you just roll, even if you have to like quit out because you did it wrong or something. I just noticed that this is something that people research a lot, a Fort 2 skip. I feel like people want to know a way to skip it, and I can imagine why. It's a very tough level. The boss itself is actually pretty tough as well. This is definitely one of the worst run-ups to a boss in the game as well, and unlike the King Atlant run-up, they didn't add any kind of shortcut, so unfortunately even runners get screwed over here, so. Yeah, thankfully this skip exists, even though getting soft lock is pretty bad. I personally haven't had it since that first time I got it, so it shouldn't be that bad, I think. Just try to have a safety shot. Anyway, if you like this video, I would appreciate a subscription to my channel. And if you want to see these runs live, I've been still running speedruns of Demon Souls, different categories here and there, but you know, I still try to do Demon Souls speedruns at least twice a week. Right now I'm going to move on to the offline trophy runs, I believe, get back to that, but I want to do the Blue Blood Sword route this time. By the time you see this video, I'm probably already have it routed, but yeah, if you want to see that live, hit me a Twitch follow as well. That's my main platform. That's where you can catch me most of the time. That's my full-time job, so to speak, at the moment. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Hope to see you again, and have a good one. Bye-bye.